A woman may like many men, but she only goes after the one she knows she cannot replace. Machiavelli said that real value comes from being rare, not from effort. When you live with purpose, protect your time, and keep a disciplined mind, she feels the difference right away. You stop being just another choice. You become the man she compares all others to, and that is when the chase starts. In this video, I'll show you how to become the man a woman fears losing, respects on sight, and follows without hesitation. The psychology of scarcity. Most men completely miss what makes a woman chase. They think being funny, charming, or always available is the answer. They believe more texts, more compliments, or more favors will make her stay. That view is wrong. Modern psychology and old philosophy say something else. People are pulled to what is rare, mysterious, and seems valuable. Think like this. When something is too easy to get, it loses its pull. If you are always there, always eager, always trying, your attention becomes common. She doesn't feel a spark. She won't see you as special or worth chasing. That's a blind spot most men have. Social research backs this up. People want what they can't fully have. This is the scarcity principle. When something seems limited or hard to reach, the brain gives it more value. Apply this to dating. Women chase men whose time, energy, and focus are not unlimited. Machiavelli said long ago that people judge from signs more than truth. Women sense the energy you give, how you value yourself, and how much you make yourself available. They don't need words. They feel it, and it creates desire. Being abundant, predictable, and always free kills attraction. If she knows she can get you anytime, your value falls. The spark goes out. What creates real fascination is deliberate scarcity. When you manage time, guard energy, and choose where to give attention, you send a quiet but strong message. I am valuable. I am not easy to have. I am worth the effort. Scarcity isn't being mean or playing games. It means holding standards, respecting yourself, and showing your presence matters. When a woman senses this, she notices your habits: calm, confidence, and silence. Her brain links you with something rare and hard to replace. Picture a room where many men try to impress with jokes, loudness, or constant attention. Then one man sits calm, focused, doing his own thing and only joining when needed. Women start glancing at him. They whisper. They wonder why he feels different. That is scarcity in action. You don't need to force it. You exist intentionally, and that alone draws attention. This works because it taps into deep, automatic behavior. Women compare options. When your time feels limited, their interest grows. Scarcity makes curiosity and desire. When desire meets perceived value, she begins to chase. Not because you begged, but because she senses something she can't fully have. Remember, attraction isn't how much you give, it's how much you allow yourself to be desired. The always available man loses. The deliberate, disciplined, scarce man wins. Scarcity is subtle, strong, and powerful when used right. It's the first step to becoming a man a woman fears losing, respects right away, and naturally chases. Presence over words. Most men think words win attraction. Clever lines, jokes, or compliments. The truth goes deeper. Women respond to how you carry yourself, not to what you say. Your energy, your movement, and your calm speak louder than any line. Stoics said it clearly. Marcus Aurelius, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Stop explaining. Stop trying to impress with desperate acts. Be a man who shows confidence, calm, and purpose through how he lives. Women pick up on that before they even think about it. Machiavelli also knew presence matters more than talk. It is not by force, but by artful guidance that men hold power over others. Seduction works the same. It isn't force or pushing, it's holding yourself so others are drawn naturally. A steady, intentional presence signals power, stability, and authority without a single word. Think of the quiet man in a busy room. He speaks less, but everyone notices. Women glance. Men respect him. That presence isn't luck, it's learned. Words fade, energy stays. Presence needs emotional control. A man who overreacts, worries, or tries too hard loses power. Women sense neediness and step back. A calm, measured man who pauses before he speaks radiates authority. That authority is magnetic and signals he's in charge of himself. Machiavelli taught that real influence is often invisible. Influence is felt, not pushed. The same is true for attraction. If a woman senses you are grounded and deliberate, she notices patterns in your behavior. She can't always explain why she's drawn to you, but her subconscious knows you're different from loud, reactive men. Presence shows in body language and posture. Stand tall, move with purpose, make eye contact without staring, and speak only when it matters. Silence can say more than words. A calm man gets attention not by talking more, but by meaning more with what he says. Presence also means living with direction. A man with discipline and a mission naturally shows value. Small acts like patience, listening, and integrity make you seem rare and deliberate. Women are drawn because they sense you aren't easily replaced. In short, words may catch eyes briefly, but presence makes fascination last. Your calm energy and deliberate acts speak louder than any pickup line. Combine scarcity with presence and the effect multiplies. She notices you above others, feels drawn without knowing why, and begins to chase. Presence over words is not a trick. It's a way of living that signals control, power, and magnetism women sense instinctively. Standards and boundaries. A woman respects a man who respects himself first. This rule of attraction is often ignored. Psychology shows people are drawn to those who hold boundaries, value themselves, and won't accept disrespect. If you always give, chase attention, or lower your standards to please others, you signal low value. Even if you think you're being kind, boundaries aren't being cruel. They are clarity, self-respect, and control. Setting limits on time, energy, and attention shows you're not available to everyone. That raises your perceived value. Women notice a calm, selective man. That small difference makes you stand out. Machiavelli said, "Make them value your presence by showing you can disappear." Absence is a tool of power. If you stop seeking constant approval, your presence becomes meaningful. Women see you as someone who can't be taken for granted. Scarcity creates curiosity, desire, and fascination. Boundaries also force comparison. When a woman sees your time is limited, she measures you against others. Men who are too available are dismissed. A man who protects his time and won't tolerate disrespect becomes hard to replace. She chases not because you begged, but because she senses your self-respect and authority. That's why boundaries are a powerful but overlooked tool. They show strength, independence, and confidence without words. A woman senses you hold standards, aren't desperate for approval, and can't be easily manipulated. That challenge and respect can spark her drive to pursue you. Standards also protect your energy and keep you focused on purpose. Enforcing limits prevents wasting time on people who don't value you. Women pick up on that and are drawn to a man with substance, discipline, and power. In short, clear boundaries and high standards make a man magnetic. Scarcity plus presence is strong. Boundaries convert that into respect and attraction. When women feel your attention is a privilege, they are naturally drawn, they chase, and they begin to see you as irreplaceable. Purpose and direction. A man with clear purpose is naturally magnetic. It's not his clothes, jokes, or looks that attract. It's how he moves through life with intention. Behavioral studies show people are drawn to competence, vision, and clarity. Women often notice men who build something real, set goals, and act to reach them. This is not showmanship. It's living a life with weight, structure, and meaning. Nez said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." When a man has a strong reason, building a career, mastering a skill, or following a mission, he gains an inner confidence that can't be faked. That confidence shows before he speaks. Women sense it. Purpose makes you unpredictable in a good way. Many men react to things. A man with purpose acts. He picks his path, sets his pace, and won't bend to others' expectations. Women feel this on a subconscious level. They notice he can't be easily dominated or predicted. That mystery plus competence creates curiosity. She wants to join his world, not because he asked, but because she feels pulled toward his energy and vision. Purpose is not busyness or pretending to be productive. It is choosing where to put time and energy. A man who structures life around real goals, projects, authority. Women notice the calm decision in his movements, the focus in his eyes, and the clarity in his actions. Those subtle signals beat any charm or lines. Machiavelli understood this. A man who masters his life and controls his destiny becomes magnetic and respected. Influence follows when a man has clear purpose. Women are drawn to people both building and moving forward because it signals stability and strength. Living with purpose also protects your value. If your life has direction, you don't waste time on trivial things or people who don't match your energy. That limited attention combined with visible competence makes your presence rare. A woman sees you are not easily disrupted. You can't be replaced. You command respect and naturally draw pursuit. While in short, purpose changes your energy. It builds inner confidence, radiates outward, sparks fascination, and invites pursuit. Women aren't drawn to aimless or reactive men. They are drawn to men with direction, vision, and deliberate action. Purpose makes you magnetic, uncatchable, and it makes her chase naturally because she senses a life she can't control or predict. The subtle pull. Attraction rarely shouts. It isn't about showing off, forcing attention, or overdoing things. True attraction is a quiet skill of subtle influence. It's calm, deliberate, and often invisible, yet very powerful. Machiavelli knew the strongest influence can be unseen. Seduction works the same. You don't push or beg. You let her come, guided by your energy, discipline, and steady authority. Small gestures, a well-timed pause, or a measured word can have magnetic effect. The way you hold a gaze, the pause before you answer, or how you interact without over-explaining. These tiny signals show confidence, independence, and control. Women sense these qualities instinctively. Psychology explains why. The Zeigarnik effect makes people remember unfinished patterns and want closure. If a woman can't fully read you because parts of you stay hidden, her brain seeks to fill the gap. She gets curious, she wants to decode you. That mystery is a strong attractor. Independence deepens the pull. A man who won't bend to others, who doesn't chase validation, and who lives with self-discipline creates fascination. She senses you can't be controlled or predicted. That unpredictability sparks desire. Curiosity turns to admiration. Admiration to attraction. Attraction to pursuit. Machiavelli taught subtle guidance over force. In seduction, you steer interactions without pressure, creating a pull that feels natural. Every look, every silence, every small move signals you're not desperate and deeply confident. She feels it even without words. Timing matters. Don't overwhelm with nonstop attention. Leave pauses and space. Your measured absence makes her mind fill in the blanks. She wonders what you're doing, thinking, or planning. Her curiosity becomes a flame you fan without touching it directly. Energy beats words. Calm, controlled energy shows power. Independence shows value. Small, deliberate acts show presence. Women pick up these signals because they reveal a life that's hard to predict or control. That is the subtle pull. You don't chase her, yet she chases you. You don't convince her, yet she becomes fascinated. In practice, master yourself first. Control emotions. Stay grounded in social moments. Speak with intent, move with purpose, and give space for curiosity. Each glance, pause, and word becomes part of the invisible dance of attraction. The subtle pull lets desire grow naturally through mystery, independence, and deliberate energy. It's invisible, indirect, and devastatingly effective. A woman senses it, can't resist it, and begins to chase. Because you became unpredictable, magnetic, and untouchable, the chase becomes natural. Attraction isn't charm, luck, or looks alone. The real reason a woman chases a man is deeper. He became irreplaceable. Combine scarcity, presence, purpose, and subtle influence, and everything changes. She no longer needs convincing. Her desire grows on its own. She senses a man whose time and attention are deliberate and rare. She feels a pull she can't resist or explain. Scarcity lays the base. By holding your attention and energy selectively, you signal you're not just any man. You're someone she must earn. Presence adds strength. Your calm, grounded energy radiates confidence. Purpose adds depth. A man with goals and vision builds a life she can't dominate. The subtle pull ties it together. Mystery, independence, and measured interactions create an invisible magnet she feels but can't name. Schopenhauer said, "A woman will love a man who excites in her a secret desire she cannot understand." That lines up with Machiavellian ideas on influence. True seduction isn't tricks. It's becoming a man whose energy, behavior, and presence naturally create fascination. She feels drawn and compelled to follow because she senses your value and control. The chase turns organic, not forced. This is not manipulation, it's mastery. Mastery of yourself, your presence, and your life. Scarcity, presence, purpose, and the subtle pull are tools to shape attraction without coercion. A woman chases because she recognizes something rare and magnetic in you. When you live by these principles, the chase becomes natural. She's curious, drawn, and fascinated, all without persuasion. You become a man who can't be replaced, controlled, or ignored. Attraction flows naturally and irresistibly. Machiavelli didn't teach tricks, he taught strategy, discipline, and self-mastery. Those traits make a man magnetic. When you live with purpose, guard your time, and keep your presence deliberate, women notice immediately. They see a man who is rare, steady, and unshakable, someone they instinctively want near. Value, presence, and purpose aren't gimmicks. They are real forces. Scarcity isn't selfish, it signals authority. Boundaries aren't stiffness, they show self-respect. When these traits combine, they form an invisible pull that draws women in. It isn't games, it's becoming the man who earns respect and desire. How you spend time, how you carry yourself, and how you chase goals all speak value. Women feel it even if they can't name it. Become that man. Be deliberate, hold standards, live with purpose. Protect your energy. She will chase, she will respect, she will see no one else the same way. The power lies not in words, but in who you are and how you move through the world. If this video helped, like to lock the strategy. Subscribe for more psychology-based tips and share with someone who needs this truth. Comment below and share your story. Tell us if you've noticed women chasing men who hold their value. Your experience might inspire the next video.